guys, and welcome back. Today is my blush and highlighter declutter. This is another one of those drawers that I have been meaning to declutter for a while, and I've been putting it off because there's way too much product in here. I just open it and I'm like, nope. But today we're finally gonna be tackling this together. So let's go ahead and get into this. I had it separated here before. It used to be blushes on one side, highlighters on the other. There's not much separation here anymore. So let's start by cleaning it out, organizing it into my two categories, and seeing how much I got. So let's start with that. Guacamole. So I counted them out. I have 56 highlighters and 32 blushes. Oh my gosh, how does this happen? Okay, yeah. That number needs to drop drastically today. I am gonna aim for at least 50% here to get rid of on both sides, both blushes and highlighters. So I just need to make sure that I remain cutthroat throughout this and I don't start getting sentimental and holding on to everything, because that happens. Alright, so let's roll right into this. I'm not really going to go in any particular order between blushes and highlighters. I'm just going to go through kind of as I grab them. And I'm going to start out with a couple that I know I'm going to be getting rid of. First up for the declutter pile, we got the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Drops. I actually held on to these since the very last declutter I did almost a year ago now. I was holding on to it for a fail video and I never ended up doing that video, so it's time to get rid of these. I really dislike these glow drops. They just didn't work for me. So it's time to get rid of these and quit having them sit here. I'm not using them. Straight to the declutter pile. Second product up to be decluttered is the Ciate Dewy Sticks. This one was a very confusing product. It is supposed to be a glow highlighter, and it's really just like a glossy balm for the face that I did not quite understand. This was not oily skin friendly. It made me look super greasy. Oh, that's what I called it, a grease stick. Sorry, I just remembered. Yeah, it made me look super greasy. This was not for me. I don't know why I put it in this drawer. I need to pass this along to one of my drier skin friends. And then third up to the declutter pile, these are just the ones that kind of stood out to me the most, that I'm like, ooh, I've been eyeing you guys to go to that declutter pile. So this is the CYO Bronzing Shimmer Oil. I got this one a couple summers ago, and I don't know, I just haven't been using this one really all that much. And I have a couple other different variations that I like to use a little bit more. So I'm gonna hang on to those ones over this one. Ooh, which one of them that I'm hanging on to, Iconic London, the one that I just got in BoxyCharm. This one's so new, not going anywhere. So she is staying put. She's the first one going into this drawer. Oh, and these are the original drops, the original color. Then, okay, let's hang on to another illuminator liquid form. This is the ABH Liquid Glow. This one's in the shade Peach Fizz. Super duper pretty. Look at that. How nice. Gives you an all-around shimmery glow to the skin come summertime, so that one is also gonna be staying. Okay, this is about to get really tough. I got a lot of illuminator drops. I think I might as well just go through all of those at once. I know I said no order, but we're on this category right now. So these are all my liquid illuminators. Let's go through them. This one we are going to be hanging on to. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Liquid Flossed. It is Frost. It is their Frozen Peach shade. I actually had two of these. I just got another one in my mystery box. It was something Goddess, Golden Goddess. I can't quite remember the name of it. I actually just gave that one away to Corellia. She really wanted it, so I had two. Already got rid of one. But this one's just a really nice light peachy shade. So I'm gonna hang on to that one. I really like it. And then I am also gonna hang on to Cover FX. Oh, yeah, I feel like I gotta hang on to the Cover FX Liquid Enhancer Drops. Wait, no, these are the glitter drops, my bad. Glitter drops in Nova, so I just put her right over here on the end. Super pretty. You know what? I should have just left all of the liquid ones on my hand that I'm gonna be keeping so I can show you, because they're just so pretty. Okay, so way too much product got squeezed out, whoops, but that's Iconic, ABH, Jeffree Star, and that one was Cover FX. I mean, they're all different. All right, and then I got another couple ones over here. This one is the Benefit High Beam. This was an OG. Hold on, my sleeve is coming down. This was an OG that I just recently got back to my collection. A little bit of a lighter pink. You know what? I used to love this one so much, and since I just got it, I have to hang on to it, I think. But I think then I will get rid of the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This one is in the shade Aurora. It's also another light pink highlighter shade, so I think if I'm gonna keep High Beam, I will pass along the Naked Skin, just cause it's a little bit too similar. And then I got the Tarte Liquid Highlighter in Exposed. Let's put this one over here. Ah, so pretty. Gosh, if there's one thing that is my weakness, it's highlighter. Like, I'm just looking at this mesmerized. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. I know this is terrible. I'm kind of want to hang on to it. I'm gonna put it over here for now. Oh gosh, this is getting tough. And then the last two of those liquid illuminators, I got the Mary Lou Manizer, the balm. This one was a mini size. I think I got an Ipsy. Super pretty on the end there. And then I also had a Ulta Beauty liquid highlighter drop here. This one didn't say a shade name, I remember that. Put that one over here somewhere. Let's put it over here. Okay, you know what? Cutthroat here. I will pass along the Tarteist Pro Glow along with the Ulta Beauty drops, and I'll keep the Mary Lou Manizer by the Balm. Whew, oh my god, that was tough. But just look at how pretty my hand is. Oh, I gotta wipe it away though. Okay, and then this is gonna be so extremely excessive, okay? I understand, I know, I own it, but I'm gonna be keeping all of the Jeffree Star highlighters that I have in my collection here. I have, let's see, 6 of them in the highlighter form. Let's look at them real quick. So first one up, I got this Candy Apple Drip. Put that one right over there. I got the Frozen Peach highlighter right next to it. I got the Summer Snow Cone. This one was a real recent collection edition. And then I have Regina George Bright Pink. Oops. Wow. Fifth up, I got Ice Cold. The very last highlighter I got is Deep Freeze. So that is my entire Jeffree Star highlighter collection. It is a little bit more of an adventurous color scheme here, but it is a really nice formula that Jeffree Star has. I also am gonna be hanging on to them because I do get the mystery boxes. I try to get them every time because you guys really love to see me do an unboxing of those. So I like to hang on to the ones in which I already have, and then if I get repeats, I love to do giveaways and spread the love on those ones, but I like to hang on to the ones that I already have and have swatched and played with, so that way I can show you guys those if I do get repeating shades. So that's why I'm gonna be hanging on to all of these ones. We will organize it cuter later. Oh, actually, I totally forgot about one Jeffree Star product here. This is the Peppermint Frost Highlighting Palette. I don't know how I could forget about this one. I actually have this one in my everyday makeup caboodle. I keep this one right up top because the shade right here in the middle, Igloo Gold, is my favorite everyday shade. It is super pretty. Love that shade. This one you can't get anymore because it was limited edition with the holiday mystery box, but I have to hang on to it because I really enjoy that shade there and I use it every single day, so she is gonna be staying put too. Ooh man, it's starting to get really difficult here. A blush palette I'm for sure gonna be hanging on to. This is the Olimar Cosmetics Blush Trio. This is the medium tan version. I really enjoy the formula of her stuff. I love her eyeshadow and her blushes. I think they wear so nicely and have great pigmentation, so I really enjoy that one. Along with this next one, this one is gonna be staying put too. No clue what it's got on there. I think it's foundation. This one lives in my everyday makeup drawer. This is the Flower Beauty Peach Primrose Powder Blush. And it's just a super gorgeous everyday kind of wearable shade. It's really light, really peachy. I love to put this one on when I'm just doing something super natural and just want something so light and like fresh to the face, like gives you a little life. Well, that's one of the blushes that I love to wear. That one and this other one I usually keep up top in my everyday makeup drawer. This is the Sigma. Oh man, you can see how scratched up that one is. Corte Rosa. I hope I said that pretty okay. This is another one of my favorite everyday blushes. This one's a little bit more cool toned, a little bit more on the rosy mauve side. So if I'm feeling really peachy pink, I'm just like, boom, flower. If I'm feeling a little more cool, it's the Sigma. So hanging on to both of those. Then I think it's time for me to part ways with this one. This is the L'Oreal Lumi, the True Match, in the shade Rose. This one was a highlighter with a blush topper, so it had like a lighter shade and on the sides the pinker ones. I did enjoy it for a while. I have had this one for a really long time and I think it's just time that I part ways with it. It's been in my collection for so long and I just don't reach for it anymore. I've gotten other ones that I've kind of started to enjoy a whole lot more, so I think it's time to part ways with this one and move on to the next. Oh, this one, okay. I'm going so back and forth here from highlighter to blush. But this is the Pretty Vulgar Blush in Make Them Blush Prim Vixen. It is a super duper hot pink blush. I mean, look at that thing. It is so bright. And this one's just a little too intimidating of a color for me. I am pretty boring, I guess you could say, with my blushes. I like the really soft, light shades, and this one's just a little bit too much of a pow for me. So I think I need to pass this one along to someone else who can really rock it and not be afraid of it. So I need to hand this over to someone else. Because I mean, it's a great blush, great formula. It's just that shade is not really for me. Okay, my staying pile is a little bit larger than my getting rid of pile, so I need to amp it up a little. Boy, is that difficult. I got one here that I can part ways with. this is the Incredible You Glow Girl. This is their Cosmic Blur. It was a jelly highlighter. She's almost gone, and this is one of those products that needed to have a really tight seal, so I actually used quite a bit of it, but I think I left the lid a little bit too loose here. A lot of the moisture in here has kind of gone poof and have gone into the atmosphere here, so what's left is really not much. So I think this is one I'm gonna be able to part ways with today. It was a really cute one, but I should have made sure I really tightly closed this one before I set it back. You know what? I can't help myself. I have to hang on to this one. This is the Sleek Makeup Highlighting Palette. This is the iconic one you saw everybody raving about a few years ago. I am so late on the trend. I actually just got this one back in December in an advent calendar, and I'm just like, oh man, I should have picked this up. It's a really gorgeous palette. It is extremely blinding. Like, this is a very in-your-face kind of highlighting palette. So I'm gonna be hanging on to this one just because I like it for those kind of out there moments. And it's so new to my collection, I can't see myself getting rid of it. So then I think if I'm keeping that one, I will part ways with this one. This is the Profusion Strobe palette. So I did really enjoy this one, but I think I'm gonna part ways with it just because I have some other ones that I'm gonna hang on to over this one. I need to be cutthroat here. Another blush I'm gonna hang on to. This one is also very new to my collection. This is the Hourglass Open Blush in the shade Diffused Heat. It's a super pretty everyday wearable kind of blush color, so I'm definitely gonna be hanging on to that because that's right up my alley. Oh, this one I was actually supposed to trade Corellia with. This is the Makeup Geek highlighter in Sunlight. This shade was just a little bit too dark of a highlight for me, so she wanted to get this one, and I think she had a Makeup Geek highlighter that was supposed to be a little bit more my shade. So we were supposed to have traded. I completely forgot why we didn't. I think I just kept forgetting it every time I went down there. So I need to set this one aside so I can trade with her. It's a gorgeous highlighter. It's just the shade is a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna trade with her for a lighter shade that she has. I know a trade is technically not decluttering it, but oh man, then I have one that I'm definitely gonna be hanging on to. I just need to repress it. I haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but it's a really great highlighter. It's the Ofra X Madison Miller in Moondance. It's a really beautiful shade. I just haven't gotten around to repressing it. I broke it a little while ago. I dropped it on the floor and it just shattered on me. So I need to repan that. And then I should keep my two Ofras together. So I have another one that was a collab. This is the Ofra X Nikki Tutorials one. It has the 3 different shades in there that you can mix. Really pretty highlighter. I mean, you will glow with this thing. I enjoy it, so I'm gonna hang on to this one too. Ofra has some really good highlighter formulas. Let's talk about my Wet n Wild collection here. This is both my blushes and my highlighters. I have 2 blushes down here at the bottom, and I have 7 highlighters. I mean, Wet n Wild has some really good formulas, and they're so affordable, which is why I love them. So I have just 2 of their blushes, and I think I'm gonna hang on to both of them. I have the shade Mellow Wine and Pearlescent Pink. I actually had all of the blushes that they have at one point, but I ended up decluttering the rest. I ended up keeping these 2 last round. I decluttered because these were my 2 favorite shades, so I'm gonna hang on to these ones. Hold on, I am mixing up where I'm putting highlighters and blushes. There we go, way better. Okay, so hanging on to those 2 blushes by Wet n Wild. Then we got my highlighters, and whew, I got a lot. So I have the Moon Tears, which was a limited edition collection. Ooh, from like a year ago, I want to say now. It's a gorgeous highlighter. Look at that. It is definitely meant to strobe with. I got the Moon Rocks that were a part of the Crystal collection. So they look like that in there, and you're supposed to kind of like get all of them and rub it around. Another one from the Crystal Cavern collection. This one is the Crystal High. This one was a putty highlighter. Right over there. And then I have 2 that were a part of the Skull collection. I forgot what that one was called. I had the White Raven and the Purple Ashes. And then from their regular collection, I have Golden Flower Crown and Blossom Glow. Those are all of my Wet n Wild highlighters on my hand right now. And I mean, this is just really tough. So I think I'm definitely gonna hold on to their regular collection highlighters, the Blossom Glow and Golden Flower Crown. I really enjoyed this putty highlighter, the Crystal High, so I'm gonna hold on to that one too. And then I think it's time for me to part ways with the Brightening Rocks, the Moon Tears, the Purple Ashes, and the White Raven. If I put them in comparison to the other ones, I definitely don't reach for these ones as much as the other ones. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've reached for them. So gotta start getting cutthroat here. Then I have one Artist Couture here. This is in Summer Haze. Kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild Moon Tears, to be honest. It's got the same kind of loose powder, super blinding, it's golden. So I think I'm gonna hang on to the Artist Couture. This one's pretty new to the collection. So here's one I can declutter. This is the Real Cheek Smoother in Satin Peach. It's a cream blush. It's very shiny, very peachy, light, pretty, but I just don't reach for cream products all that much. It's just personal preference. I tend to reach for powders over creams, but I know that my mom would love this one, so I think I'm gonna pass this one along to her. That way this can get some more use, because it's really not getting a lot in my drawer. Oh, then I have one that was in the wrong spot. I thought this was a highlighter, but this is actually a primer. This is the Ultra Shine Balm. So I need to put that one in a different drawer, minus that one off the highlighters. Okay, so I found a set of 2 here I'm gonna be decluttering. These are both by Believe Beauty. It's their Contour Blush Highlighter Trios. And although they look like the same exact one, they are not. This one over here is the light to medium. This one's the medium to deep. It really looks like it's the exact same one. You just see a slight difference with the highlighter being a little bit darker. This one's the medium to deep, that one's the light to medium again. I mean, I've talked about these 2 palettes before, and nothing against the formula, it's just their shade range needs to be improved upon greatly. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't really reached for it. It doesn't really work that well for me. So I am gonna declutter it. I'm also gonna declutter this blush and highlighter palette. This is the e.l.f. Modern Metals. And this is another case where the palette itself is actually really beautiful. It's got a great formula to it, nothing wrong with it, but I just don't reach for it all that much. There's a couple shades in here that I tend to reach for, but the other ones kind of get left alone. So I think I'm gonna pass this one along to someone who will enjoy the whole palette. But then there is one palette I'm gonna be keeping. This is the Tardiest Pro Glow palette. This one, the shades work a lot better for me, and I personally really like to have this one on hand for traveling because it's so convenient just to have all of them in one. You got different kinds of blushes, different highlighters, a little contour, a little bronzer moment. So this one's a really good palette that I like to have. I'm gonna be decluttering this next one. This is the Lipstick Queen Cream Blush. This one is in Minor Crisis, and it's again another cream product. I really don't reach for all that much, and I think the shade is just a little bit too strong for me. You know, I do like my softer blushes. I'm so boring that way, but again, I think this is one that someone else who likes cream products is gonna like a little bit more than I do. Oh gosh, this one is gonna kill me to pass along, but I feel like I need to. This is the Lunar Beauty Highlighter in Jupiter. It is absolutely gorgeous, but it is just not my shade of highlighter. And yes, I know I could use this as an all over the lid color, but I mean, it's so large, I feel like it would take me forever to be able to use it up using it that way. And I feel like this should be enjoyed as highlighter. So I'm definitely gonna pass this one along to someone else who can use it for that purpose. So I think I need to spread the makeup love here and pass that one along, even though it pains me. Okay, nice, we're gaining a little momentum here. And then, quick halt, gonna keep both of these. I have 2 ColourPop products. I have one highlighter, one blush. Highlighter in Lunch Money, and a blush in No Vacancy. Both really gorgeous. I do enjoy the Super Shock formula, so I want to hang on to both of my ColourPops. I got another one that I'm gonna be hanging on to that is of a putty formula as well. This is the e.l.f. Glow Highlighter in Moonlight. I love this formula that e.l.f. came out with. I think it's so nice. They definitely need to make a whole lot more with this formula because my goodness, it is bomb. Looks so gorgeous on the face. I got 2 here by Physicians Formula. One blush, one highlighter. The blush is in Natural Glow and the highlighter in Pearl. If there's one thing I love, it's the scent of the Physicians Formula Butter Formula. I know either you love it or you hate it. I personally really love it. It reminds me of vacation, but I'm gonna be parting ways with the blush. I just feel like it is so light. It really doesn't stand out on my skin tone. When I put it on, it looks like I just have nothing on the cheeks. So I really don't gravitate towards it, but I do enjoy using the highlighter. That one actually stands out and looks very pretty and icy on the cheekbones. Then we got a little Too Faced here. This is their Unicorn Tears. It's a cream highlighter that is supposed to look like a unicorn horn. And it's that blue, purple, iridescent highlighter. This one I thought was really fun, but it's honestly just really gimmicky. I don't really reach for it. It is very pretty, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's just one of those products that you kind of like buy impulsively with a collection, and then you're just like, oh, like that was fun for a little bit, but after that it's just kind of like it gets lost in the drawer, and that's kind of what happened with this one. So I'm gonna part ways with this one. Then it comes to my ABH here. So I have the blush kit and the Moonchild glow kit. And I honestly just can't picture myself getting rid of either one. I know. I can't do it. I just can't. I love the blush kit. It has some great colors in it. And my Moonchild glow kit gives me those fun, kind of adventurous highlighter colors when I want it. So yeah, both of those are gonna be staying. Put those back there. Another for the declutter is the Show Me Your Cheeks blush by Elizabeth Mott in soft pink. And I mean, it's just so extremely soft. It really doesn't show up on my skin tone. I tried to swatch it there for you guys. I don't even know if you can see it. It just doesn't show up on me. So I'm gonna pass this one along. Then I have two Ciate highlighters, and I already know I'm gonna be getting rid of one, keeping the other one. What I'm gonna be getting rid of is the shade Confetti. And the one I'm gonna be keeping is Moondust. I just need to find Moondust a proper case. I'm sure you could guess it. Confetti's just a little bit too dark for me, whereas Moondust is perfect. So 101 here. Then I got another palette I just can't help but keep. This is the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. It's just kind of a fun palette to have on hand. I don't know, I like to dabble in it every now and then, so I'm gonna keep this one on hand for myself to be able to play with. Oh dang, I forgot about this Ofra product. This is the Ofra X Madison Miller. What was this one called? I don't see a name. It's the highlighter and blush trio. I'm always so sad when this happens, but it's just another case where the highlighters were just a little bit too dark for me. It's a great formula, beautiful shades, but if I can't use two highlighters out of this trio, I would so much rather pass this one along to someone else who's gonna be able to enjoy it. So she's gonna go to a new home. Same with this one. This is the LOV Blush Mint. The Blurring Blush. In the shade, The Future is Female. And it's just one of those blushes that I just don't really reach for all that much. It's just a little bit too pink for me, I think. One I am definitely going to be hanging on to because this one is not even open yet. This is a new one I want to test out. It still has its little seal on it. This is the Makeup Revolution Highlighter Reloaded in Set the Tone. It just looked like a fun one I wanted to test out. It kind of looked like the Butter formula by Physicians Formula with the pattern it has in it. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to pick it up and test it out. So I'm going to be keeping that one since that one's fresh. Oops, sorry, wrong pile. Over here. I'm also gonna be hanging on to my Becca highlighter. This is the one in Prosecco Pop. I always mess that one up. I don't know why I say Presco Pop, but it's Prosecco Pop. I don't know. I've been saying it wrong for as long as I've had it, which is a really long time. But man, this highlighter is an oldie, but it is a goodie. I am not gonna be getting rid of it. You can't make me do it. She's gonna be staying put. Oh, this one is also not gonna be going anywhere. This is the LA Girl Glowin' Up. It is a jelly highlighter in the shade Halo Glow, and it's not going anywhere because it's brand new. I have yet to open this one. I've been wanting to try it out, but I've been kind of holding off because I've just had so many highlighters. So I'm gonna keep this one sealed until I'm ready to use it. So I'm gonna put this one over here. I know, I really don't need to be buying any more highlighters, but I can't help it. It's an addiction, you guys. This one I think is actually gonna be going to the declutter pile. This is by Makeup Revolution. It is their, baked highlighter in Golden Lights. It's a gorgeous highlight, but this one is just a very strong highlight. You are definitely gonna be strobing with this one. So I don't know, I've been going a little bit more towards the subtle route nowadays. I've been hanging on to it thinking like, oh, maybe one day I just really want to strobe, but I have a couple different highlighters that I can strobe with, so I think I'll pass that one along. Oh my goodness. Does that mean I should get rid of this one too? This used to be my favorite. This is the Makeup Revolution Triple Baked Highlighter in Goddess of Faith. I used to talk about this one so much because I used to love wearing it. I wore it like every video. It is a blinding highlight, super gorgeous, but I feel like I've, you know, changed a little bit with how I do my makeup, and I've just been going for more subtle things, and I haven't reached for this in so long now. I mean, it's been way too long. Yeah, I think I'll have to put this one in the declutter pile. You know, I'm just gravitating nowadays to something more subtle. Oh my gosh, that one hurt. That one hurt to get rid of. And you know what? Let's keep going with the highlighters here because these are the only ones I have left for them. So I have the Flush Stick here. This is their cream highlighter in Startle. This one is very new to my collection. I don't think I can justify getting rid of this one yet because I really just got this one a month or two ago. I think, you know, I have to hang on to that one. At least that's the justification I'm giving it. I do have this one that I think I will put to the declutter pile though. This is the Beauty Benefits Hollywood. I don't even think that this was supposed to be a highlighter. I think it said it was like a blush. This one's from the Dollar Store. $1 right over here. I mean, it worked as highlighter for the Dollar Tree video. It definitely did, but you know, do I reach for it after that? Not really. But I definitely cannot break away from my Jouer in Rose Gold. Have to hang on to it. It's a must. And then, oh, that leaves me with 3 left. This is really difficult. I feel like this is another one I need to hang on to because it's so extremely new. This is the Space Case Cosmetics Seen from Outer Space highlighter. And I hadn't heard of Space Case Cosmetics before, so I think I want to hang on to this one. And then the very last two, oh my gosh, these are tough ones. I got Fenty Beauty and I got Pretty Vulgar. Pretty Vulgar, I got Shimmering Swan Glow Up. Fenty Beauty. I got Trophy Wife. Woo, beautiful. And it's difficult because I feel like I've been keeping a lot of highlighters here, so I feel like I should be more cutthroat, but I don't know if I can. I saved like the best 2 for last. I do enjoy the Pretty Vulgar highlighter formula. I think I have to hang on to it. And I mean, if I hang on to the Pretty Vulgar, I have to hang on to the Trophy Wife. I know it's a shade in which I probably will not really be using for highlighter, but man, it's just too gorgeous. I just got it. I feel like I need to hang on to it, and you know, if I find the perfect person who will take care of it, cherish it, and love it, I'll pass it along to them, but until then, this one's staying in my collection. I can't do it. It's Trophy Wife. Come on, it's Fenty. All right, now we only have my blushes left. So I got a couple there. Let's go through those. There's one that I definitely can't part ways with. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Blush in Bashful. And this one's just really nice and natural looking that I like to throw on when I just want something super cash. So I'm gonna keep that one. Yes, I did just say cash. There is a palette here that I think I'm gonna end up parting ways with. I was kind of split on this one. This is the Betty Boop X Ipsy collab palette. It has some blushes and I think one was supposed to be a highlighter. They're pretty shades, but it's just not something that I've really seen myself reaching for. I honestly have barely used it, so I feel like I'm just gonna end up passing it along now than risking having it sit in this drawer for way too long. Another one I'm gonna be hanging on to is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. This one's a nice light mauve-y blush and I like to have it on hand, so she's gonna be staying put in the collection. Staying put is this Pixie by Petra blush in Peach Parfait. This one's just a really fun blush. I like it because it's got the pink tone to it, but it's also got a hint of gold when you shift it in the light. It's got a little bit of gold reflect in it, which makes it look really shimmery and nice. I'm also going to be hanging on to this one. This is the Milani Powder Blush. It is the flower imprint one in Tea Rose. This one has also not been opened. I got this one and I wanted to try it out, but I've just kind of been holding off on doing that since I've had so many in the collection, but she's going to be staying put. I'm thinking I'm also going to be hanging on to this one. This is the Laura Geller Blush in Tropic Hues. Honestly, kind of reminds me a little bit of the Pixie by Petra too. It's got the same kind of pink tone with the gold shift. I have quite a few of those blushes. I think I might need to limit myself after this because that is definitely one of my favorite types of blushes. So then I think I have to part ways with this one. This is the Sleek Blush in Rose Gold, and I'm parting ways with it because it is another one of those pink toned blushes with a gold shift. So I think I need to limit myself here and just stick with a couple of those. What I'm gonna part ways with is the Note in Desert Rose. This is a highly pigmented blush. I didn't do the greatest swatch there, I apologize for that, but man is it pigmented. You gotta go so light-handed when you're using this. But it's a very pretty shade. It's just one of those that I haven't really been reaching for all that much. So, I mean, it's a good blush, but I'm gonna part ways with this. I'm gonna be hanging onto is the Sephora Colorful Matte Blush in Shame on You. Just a really good, simple matte blush. Always good to have one of those. I also feel like I need to hang on to this one. This is by Basic Beauty in October 3rd. And I mean, the name just makes it all the more better. I mean, I'm not hanging on to it because of the name per se. No, just kidding. But this is a good blush as well. It's also matte and it's got that kind of putty formula inside that reminds me a lot of the ColourPop ones. So I enjoy the formula of that one. All right, then I have 4 left. Okay, so I feel like I need to at least get rid of 2, keep 2. So let's think here. So I have the Ciate London in Date Night, the Milani Baked Blush in Luminous, the Gigi Gorgeous Duo Blush in Authentic and Pride, and lastly the Wander Beauty Dusk to Dawn palette. This one's the blush and highlighter trio. Gonna need to go up the arm here. So I got the highlighter in City Lights, Havana Nights, and Tuscan Sunrise. So looking at them all here on my arm, I definitely want to keep the Wander Beauty Dusk to Dawn palette. I actually use this one quite a bit. I think I'll part ways with the Ciate London. It's just super duper light. It really doesn't show up all that much. So I'll part ways with that one. And then between the Gigi Gorgeous and the Milani, I think I'm gonna hang on to the Milani. Yeah. I think that shade just kind of wins me over looking at it. So I'll pass along the Gigi Gorgeous Blush Duo. You know, some pretty blushes, but I gotta be cutthroat here. I have had way too much in this collection, so I needed to start getting a little bit more cutthroat. I was keeping way too many right now. Zoom you guys out so you can see a little bit more. I got some of the palettes stuffed back here, but I think this is a very big improvement. So I started out with 55 highlighters. I ended up getting rid of 20. I would have liked to get rid of more, but I mean, highlighters is definitely where I have a little bit of an addiction. So I still think that getting rid of 20 is a win. The blushes, I started off with 32. I ended up getting rid of 15, so I have 17 left. So in total, I got rid of 35 blushes and highlighters. I mean, that's honestly, I think, really good. I take it as a win because now when I look at this, it's more organized. I have my highlighters on one side again, I have my blushes on the other, and I have some room in there where I can kind of see like, okay, it's not overflowing anymore. I can do with this. I can manage this. And then I can always pick through this later on and just be like, okay, you know what? I'm not using that one. I'm not using that one. Because before it was just like, whew, way too much in the collection. But yeah, so that's where I'm gonna be wrapping up today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I'll see you guys in my next video.